I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Could have brought him back dead.
Motherfucker.
What did I tell you?
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here.
Well, it's not the time for
We can talk
explanation.
about it later.
Right.
You
I'll tell you
did well,
why.
Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well,
Surprised?
but that, you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
So she had our
About
dad.
time you showed up. Now throw this asshole
seems
down the
like.
fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with
Swear.
such faulty information.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely
Don't worry about it.
Well,
He's
where
behind
is
it.
he?
Sheriff?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
I can't believe it was him. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now you're the one
Right.
I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well
So
aware
pick.
of my rights, Miss White. Unless you
Swear.
plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
No, appreciates that.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come
involved.
on, it's
Triangle.
obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's right.
Let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and
It
make
is fair.
something of this town, we have to start
That's right.
doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they
Yes.
don't deserve it.
I agree.
right.
This is ridiculous.
Then he slips on a pebble and falls into the witching well.
Right.
You have the floor.
No, and then the echoes as he's falling.
Thank you,
Right.
Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened. Maybe I should have kept an eye on him. But can you really blame me for what happened?
Of course we can. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that.
Don't
Hired
worry.
help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
Triangle.
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
They burned my tree to ashes.
What?
You burned it down?
You see?
Why would you do that?
Where?
There's more to this than they're saying, okay? It was necessary to keep this town safe. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man.
What choice did I have?
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it.
Tough.
It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
When she
Now
went
we
to
can
the
talk
witching
talk.
well.
Very
So now we
good,
can talk.
very good.
That's
The
right.
sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of
This guy
evidence
will
linking
not
you
go
to the
down
Georgie
easy.
was working for you.
Pause.
Bigby got a confession that
confession.
I'm gonna
Nobody
discuss this
heard.
man.
Now,
Or throw
I'm
him.
no
Like you
barrister,
just said, we have
but
to
I
do the
think
right
such a
thing.
statement would
Is
get
that
more
fair?
if Bigby weren't the only one to
Yes, he
Good
got
thing that-
his.
especially
Guys
given
talking.
Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
Triangle?
So,
Wait.
are we done?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man,
Now, don't make him a murderer.
doesn't it?
Square.
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me! It was them! And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where have I
internally.
heard that before? How about the
Oh
way he
my
treated
goodness.
poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What?
You're the one on trial here. Don't try to turn this around on us.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
That is a good point.
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard,
I know.
please.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when
This
it
man was
leaks to our
practicing when he was
dear
watching us kill
citizens?
Bloody Mary.
Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Ah.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
mama?
she doing here?
Come save the day.
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Where?
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
what...
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us
Right.
we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order
He
here.
wanted to all
Where?
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about
Where?
me.
And this just confirms it.
Right.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him.
You are winning
Georgie
the
would have
crown.
never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Okay.
Now.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She
Why?
saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
Put some
What,
tape
you
over
take
his
2
mouth.
people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know
Fine.
we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Yep.
Well done then.
That's right.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him.
Do you
Lock
wanna
him
go
up
down there
forever,
too?
Somewhere he can never hurt
Cut it
anyone
out.
again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
Nah,
I
you're
can
right.
help.
Do you
We'll
want to go
use
down there?
magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't give a
bloodshed
shit.
So we
what
get
you do.
rid of him.
As long as you
Dangerous.
get him out of here.
Everybody
Listen,
want to go down
everyone,
there?
listen
Right.
up. Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
Triangle.
What do you think this
You sure?
is?
Everyone, calm down.
We should have a vote. Make it
They gonna
democratic.
hit us
Do
with a
you
yeet.
really think that's going to work?
He's
Alright.
right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
What do you want to do? You want to
Are you
throw him
sure?
down the wishing well,
This isn't
well,
how it's
or
The
lock him
people
up in
want
prison?
this right.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
One second.
We may be on a
Yes,
timer.
Sheriff.
Alright,
Lock him up, rip his
What you
head
think
off,
is right.
throw him
Teach
down
him
the
a
wishing
fucking
well.
lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
You choose. I can't. Bruh. He's going down there regardless, so.
That's what it seems like.
Alright. He did this to himself.
Yeah.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to
You
sleep.
want to throw him down or lock him up? Do what's
Finish it,
right
Sheriff.
or throw him? They want us to
we
throw
can
him down.
stand it
Obviously. What do you want to do?
You pick it, throw him down.
You
I'm
sure?
sick and tired. He killed all those women.
You
Whatever.
know, just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
You're going to miss me.
It's what he deserves, I think.
No.
See,
I won't.
see, if we didn't kill Dumb or Dumber, this would be the only person with Dumb or Dumber, whoever, whatever brother we killed. This would be had been the only person we have
And
killed.
Faith.
I'm happy
Yeah.
though with this one.
Yes. Another one of
was
us
a tough
to
choice.
erase from the books.
He could have
What
rotted
do you have
in the.
picked?
I was feeling the prison because he could have rotted in the prison because obviously it looks like the game wanted us to
Oh,
throw
yeah.
him down the witching well by bringing us by it.
You should have said that.
Don't
Dang.
say that. Don't do that. You don't. Obviously, but yeah, that's what the game was to do, from putting us by it, you know. But yeah.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
They don't like the decision?
I guess not. Like, what?
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Triangle.
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
A gun.
I was crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
Yeah, sure.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that
That's a weird
squirt
gift.
juice at you if you touch them.
Right.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go?
Don't worry. You'll be a lot around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
Shut up.
We're all set.
Understand
Mr.
their
Wolf.
frustration.
Goodbye, TJ.
Let them have it.
Hey, Big
Bye.
we
I'm
have-
gonna miss you.
where's your friend, Colin?
I'm gonna miss it, TJ.
Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
I'm not gonna miss any of the frog was so rude.
Saying
Bye.
goodbye.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still
You can
wearing
take it off now. Right.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Circle.
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start.
Girl.
Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Nerissa, just tell me what happened.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
So you sold them out?
No. Yes. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
You can get the next pic.
Circle.
What happened?
Never a
Can you tell me
cigarette.
anything else?
At the time.
Right.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
Circle.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
Why would you do that?
I couldn't think of any other way to get your attention.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
Michael.
That's not true.
It is. You've just never seen it before. But now you have. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just... different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me.
You like my ribbon?
Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little
Did
Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
I'll see you around.
Wolf.
What did you do to Georgie?
Did you catch that at the end?
No.
Those same words that she was saying was the same words that that first girl we met was saying. So I think, well, I don't really know how to end it off. It's just she was saying some of the same words that the first girl was saying. Like the first girl had asked about the ribbon, and she asked about the ribbon. I'm trying to figure out how to connect the dots, but yeah. But let's read it. What did you do to Georgie? You win 31.4% of players love Georgie to die. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? You win 89.6% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. How did you punish the Crooked Man? You win 38.6% of players threw the Crooked Man down the wishing well. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 98.5% of players decided to accept TJ's gift for Snow. What were your last words to Narissa? You and 54.8% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. And that's it. Special stats. Beast, you lied to him about seeing Beauty outside the apartment. Colin, you gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You helped him to avoid the farm. Crooked Man, you took him back to the witching well. You tossed him down the witching well. D, you confiscated D's money while he was in custody. Dumb, you
killed him.
Faith, you gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. Georgie, you left him to die. You smashed up his place. I only broke one thing. Greenleaf,
Right.
you burned her tree. Lawrence, you went to his place first. Snow, you brought her along with you to the truck trap. You showed her Crane's photograph of her. You promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. TJ, you accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. Toad, you slapped him during the interrogation in his apartment. You stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. And those were the special stats. Ooh, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Major jump.
Yeah.
So, that's the game. That's it.
There's not any more?
That's it.
That's
it.
Yeah. That was...
It's a
Continue?
good game. Hmm?
That
Yes,
was
continue.
a great game.
It was. Great game. They did a great job. A good story. How do you feel about that ending? I know we talked about it when it was happening. Crooked Man, he's falling right now. You know? Gone.
Right. Wait, towards the end, did you let her go or you said something?
I chased
to
her.
Oh.
Well, towards the end, she just walked off. Like I said, those were our last words.
Oh, right.
I feel like we did good. But yeah. But how you feel about that? Do you regret throwing them down the witching well? Like I said, I think the game wanted us to throw them down. That's what they were. It seemed like that's what they were persuading us to do by choking us, bringing us closer to it. Him leaning over it. The game wants us to throw it down. I don't know if that was the right answer, since the game wanted us to throw it down.
I don't know.
But honestly, was it a right or wrong answer? I don't know, because we could have chopped his head off. It was two killings. Well, he's not dead in the witching well. He just falls forever. At least that's what I think. But we could have put him in a prison. Would have had a different ending. Maybe Snow would have been happy with us, because it seems like she didn't like our answer. So, yeah.
I'm satisfied with it though.
Yeah. You know, we can't all have the same answers. That could make this video different from some others. Even though everybody's hit a different answer, and it's more than likely on YouTube. Yeah, it definitely is. But
What do you
just
rate this
want,
game?
I give it a 10. I like it.
Give it
It's
a
good.
10 too.
It's a
What do
good
you
game.
got? I'll leave your ratings if you guys have played it, or if you are first time players like us and you're just watching along. And when you eventually finish, comment down below what you rate it out of 10.
Yeah, what do you rate this game, guys? They have some other Telltale games. The Batman Telltale. If y'all want us to play that, let us know. I think that's a good one as well. Let us know down in the comments below.
What are
But
the extras?
let's go see. We may just look at that off camera.
Yeah.
That's just gonna extend the video.
But yeah, thanks for rocking with us through this whole gameplay of I lost how many parts.
Yeah, we're probably on probably 15, maybe 14. I don't know, But yeah, thanks for hanging with us guys in this walkthrough. This is our first walkthrough. I think we did pretty decent, Let us know down in the comments below. How do we do? We want to continue to grow, So recommend us any games. We're always checking the comments, so recommend us any games that you think we may like, we may want to play. We may give it a try.
Yep. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and liking our video. We really appreciate it.
Right. We'll see you guys around. Take care.
Bye.